You tell yourself it's fine. One sleepless night for the deadline, the crying baby, or the early flight. Then you hit Monday, coffee in hand, certain your brain will bounce back. But what if the brain doesn't fully reset by Monday? What if the damage isn't just fatigue, but biology? A new review suggests one sleepless night can nudge the same pathways involved in early Alzheimer's, leaving traces you can't see. Deep sleep isn't passive. While you're out, your brain is busy doing maintenance work you never notice. In particular, the hippocampus, the structure that helps form new memories, fires brief bursts called sharp wave ripples during deep sleep. Each ripple lasts about 1/10 of a second and replays a slice of your day in fast forward, turning experience into a memory you can keep. Connections that fired together during the day get reinforced overnight. Without that rerun, yesterday's events don't organize cleanly and may blur together. Most people run the same playbook: power through deadlines, manage a crying baby, catch a few extra hours when it's convenient. The assumption is simple: your brain slows down temporarily, then returns to normal after a normal night. But the review argues the missed night story is too easy. Sleep loss can leave real biological change behind by morning, not next month. This review was produced by researchers at the University of Ibadan in Nigeria. Lead author, Kehinde O. Adeniji, and co-authors pulled together 25 years of evidence from hundreds of human and animal studies. Their conclusion: sleep deprivation doesn't merely slow the brain, it changes brain biology in ways that mirror early dementia on a smaller scale. To ground that claim, the review highlights a highlighted human study of 20 healthy adults. Researchers scanned participants after a night of sleep, then again after staying awake for about 31 hours. After staying awake, a toxic protein, beta-amyloid, accumulated in the brain. The increase was small, around 5% above baseline, but it appeared in the hippocampus and thalamus, regions Alzheimer's attacks first. And in people with the biggest beta-amyloid rises, mood the next day was worse, suggesting a link between biology and how you feel. In everyday terms, 5% sounds tiny, but amyloid is the protein that, in clumps, becomes the plaque associated with Alzheimer's disease. This review goes beyond amyloid. It describes a cascade that starts within hours of missing sleep. Signaling pathways that normally keep brain cells communicating get suppressed when sleep is deprived. The brain's memory locking process weakens in parts of the hippocampus where new memories first form. Then dendritic spines begin to shrink, the tiny structures where synapses connect and where communication actually happens. Even mouse research has shown measurable spine loss within hours after sleep deprivation, aligning with the review's timeline. Sleep is also your brain's cleanup window. During deep sleep, channels between brain cells open up so fluid can wash through tissue and carry away byproducts built up during the day. Two key byproducts linked to Alzheimer's are amyloid and tau. When cleanup is short, these toxic proteins linger instead of being cleared. At the same time, neuroinflammation can rise because microglia, the brain's immune cells, switch into an active state. Lab studies suggest chronic short sleep may keep the brain stuck in that inflamed mode, day after day, and that's been tied to faster cognitive decline in older adults. But the review doesn't stop at biology. Sleep loss can distort memories too. People may confidently misremember, mixing details from similar events, or even endorsing things that never happened. The likely mechanism is the same broken replay system. When the hippocampus doesn't properly tag and sort the day, similar memories blur at retrieval. This shows up in eyewitness research and lab tests where people are given misleading information, then trust it. In other words, a brain that hasn't slept fills in gaps with confidence, without the proper replay to keep details straight. The authors also highlight who may be most exposed to this disruption. Across Africa, The review notes roughly half its references come from contexts where adolescents and young adults may face unpredictable sleep, patchy power, noise, and safety issues. Their prefrontal cortex is still developing, the region responsible for attention and emotional regulation, so disruption may ripple into adulthood. The review warns that regularly losing sleep during the teen years may come with smaller hippocampal volumes, weaker memory circuits, and higher long-term risk of cognitive problems. So what should doctors do with this? The practical handle is already there. The brain likely recovers from a single missed night, but the review suggests it's less able to fully recover from repeated patterns, especially years of short sleep. That means treating insomnia and steering patients towards 7 to 9 hours shouldn't be viewed as comfort alone. It can be a dementia prevention strategy. One sleepless night can reach into Alzheimer-like pathways, amyloid buildup, tau accumulation, dendritic loss, and blocked waste clearance. The risk story is slow burning. The brain's maintenance role of sleep matters over decades, long before symptoms show up. So treat sleep as essential biological upkeep, not a lifestyle choice. Because the brain keeps receipts, even by morning.